I didn't become a little bit of a slag. I became a total slag.
I'm addressing you, Wendy, and I hope you're listening. Considering that you're high and mighty in the British society, I would like you now to do your mates look a favor. Wendy, I would like you now to do your mate Dave Smith a favor. Wendy, I would like you to do your mate Veli a favor. Wendy, I would like you to do your mate Nanifa a favor. Wendy, by giving them the highest paid QC or KC in this country, their services to take me to court. You understand me? As per usual, what you people do, people like Luke, people like Feli, Nanifa, Dave Smith, you run miles and miles and miles with a story that they don't even know what is going on. That is what you people do. And I'm going to tell you now, you see what's happening to my friend's daughter. I pray to God it happens to those of you that have got grandchildren. It happens to those of you that have got children. It happens to those of you that have got friends and have got children. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying those people. I'm praying to God on a daily basis that it happens to your family. Lokoran, Wendy Wu, Veli, Nanifa, the bus driver, whatever he calls himself, you lot. I'm praying, that's going to be my prayer from today, that it happens to each and every one of your children. If you haven't got any children, your brother's children. If your brother has not got children, your sister's children. If your sister has not got children, your grandchildren. And your great-great-grandchildren, for those of you that have got grandchildren. Yeah.
Why lying for? Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
You don't have future here. You don't have future. You can never make it. You're supposed to be a dinner man, serving dinner to the students in the secondary school. Because you cannot do basic 1+1. You are here breathing heavy like a dog. Think about your life. You are a failure. You are a failure. You can never make it. You know you cannot make it. You need to be cutting grass, making this place fresh for the actual footballers that want to use this place. You are tired. You are here. What have you done? Useless. Me with my pregnancy, I'm better than you. Idiot.
I do not give a fuck. I really do not give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck and still don't give a fuck.
Jamaican food, but I don't really love Jamaican people.
We don't like you neither. We don't like you neither. Matter of fact, we don't care what you like or dislike. Every blood clam into the company that come talk about Jamaican this, Jamaican that. You move your bum back.
People will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they lock you in jail. Then when you are very strong and you talk again, they may kill you. They may even burn your house down. Like they burnt my house down at home. Now, when they burn my house finish, some friends who are very, Africans know they are very afraid of life. Hey fella, yourself, don't talk truth again. You see, they come and tell you not to say the truth again. Then I tell them and say, them never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa. Pansa pansa means they will hear more and more and more until they can hear no more. Because the truth can never die. When you are revolutionary,
Baby, just wait a while, baby, and the baby just wait a while. Don't you know about your baby? Well, Peter's gonna tell you about your baby. Baby, just wait a while, baby.
Come with it. Whitman. After throw me brother. I said they turn it up on your post. Out to the ladies. Beach settings, infinity. Okay, the birthday gang. Okay, Shannon. Okay, Amber.
I am a money maker, hand to the edge of a money maker. Move one time, you're a money maker. If you're on this train, money maker. Hand to the air, money maker. Go one time, money maker. On this thing, money maker. You see us terminal. You see me, you see me. I ain't watching you, I ain't watching her, I ain't watching him. I got to dance and bubble and sing. Terminal forward and terminal quick. Terminal forward and power goes. When you come to my house, just respect my house. Don't touch my house, somebody in the house. When you come to my house, just respect my house. Blood clot over them. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Hold on, hold on. I'm like, no, no, no. I'm like, yeah. Play sleep, hold on. Play wiggy, hold on. I'm like, no, no, no. I'm like, yeah. Can I please have your attention? I said, this is the captain's weekend, and I'm in the terminal 4. Can I please have your attention? Early.
Come on, y'all got 10 of the Benz like Spragger, 1 bag of weed and bomber clock crapper, 1 bag of gal like Shabba. Lord, Man bag a gal a get dagger. Lord, lick the gal them with the hammer. Lord, make the gal bad for the mama. Lord, I make a rascal ball like Jaja. Raw. Yeah, man, walk on. We telling me. Come on. You on a Tuesday, bitch. So walk on. How you mean? Yeah, man. I'll talk to them in Chinese, I will. Mad. Hey. So, shout out Carnito, #1 in the building. They are. Man like Uncle Barber Studios, matey. I want them feel like. Come on, hey. Old tight Hannibal Rash Trizzle, they are. Oh, go on. Screen a little bigger. Yeah. Information Supreme. Light #5, they are. Come on. Old tight Asset Z3. Come on. Come on. Hey. Come on. My cheese, step out, man. How you mean? Come on. Come on. Oh, man. Cheese. Cheese. And it's James May, Bon Babylon. And MR, Chinese taking over Jamaica. Yeah, you need to worry about China in the UK right now, cuz. Yeah, me. Yeah? Yeah, cuz. I mean. Yeah, man. Are you correct? They are. I want them feel like. Come on. Yeah. Smithy Patriot. Walk on. What's happening? Carnito, Danny's still angry about what you said in the back chat about his mama. Mad. Oh, you insult my mama? I'ma kill you. Mad. Lord. What else we got in there? Jeez, man, like EIE, you know. Yo, EIE's famous now, you know. Lord. Hey, you made it, cuz. You made it in a England. Mad. Trust me. England caught that. England found that in the freezer. We'll give to Caesar, Jew to Caesar. Hey. Mad. Yo, oh my days. It's brazy. Yeah, man. Brazy. So, one sec. We get round this bit, yeah, man. I got a little bit of a mission today still. But I should be back at a reasonable time, you hear me? Come on, hip thrust every day, B. How you mean? I want them feel like. Yay. Mad. Alright. I think that's everyone, yeah? Yeah, mate. Yeah, don't worry, cuz, man. You're famous, man. You know? Oh, shit. Yeah, you made it, cuz. Lord. Listen to last half hour of Nixie's stream. Muslim cultures are not integrated. Yo, it's mad, innit? Like, people say some racist ass shit, yeah. And it's like, brother, like, what you're saying doesn't marry up, right? Doesn't quite marry up, you know what I mean? Like, Nixie's Muslim friend never went clubbing. So? And there was Muslims in the rave as well though, but there was some Muslims that didn't go. Wow. What? This is the mad thing here. That's not part of tolerance and acceptance. Going fucking clubbing. One sec here. You. Yeah, sorry man, I'm back. I'm Bidak. Like Cook Kridak. Yeah, so you're saying that integration means that you have to go clubbing with Nixie. Yeah, man. Hey, Nixie's funny, you know. I'll swear that. Yeah, Nixie does make me laugh still. Yeah, man. I can imagine Nixie with her little Dior handbag doing a little, you know, the little skank, the handbag skank. Where they got the handbag in the middle and they do the little skank to the side and skank to the left, skank to the right, crisscross. One step, let's dab. Man, a black dude who try to wind up on her, she'd be like, hey, oi! Hey, she's called you the Muslims, yeah? Mad. Or Moose Slime. Mad. Big Slam. What's happening, Slam? Oh, my days. Cool, that Mixie. Oh, my days. Allow it, cuz. Oh, my days. Hey, don't get Nixie on the panel in the morning, narration. About, you listen to me about the coin replacement, they're taking over! And then Danny's in the back like, need to catch up! Yeah. What? Need to catch up! Mad. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, so an alleged Chinese spy has been cozying up with Bamba Clark Prince Andrew, you hear me? Man, yo, they said if there's anyone that they're going to be able to convince into any badness out of them, man, there. If there's anyone we're going to be able to finesse into any skullduggery, yeah? Go for Prince Nonsberger, man. Oh my days. Man called him Prince Nonsberger, yeah, you mad? Yo. I wanna... Yeah, man. So, there was an emergency meeting. I did watch some of it yesterday still. But I know, like, obviously, some of you guys are so uncultured and so uncouth. Like, you're not up to the time. Yeah, you're just not up to the time, with politics and those sorts of things there. So I waited till it was like headline news the next day, so I could speak about it. So I give you a little bit of time to digest. Oh, dazzle. Bad. Yeah, man. Yeah, but anyway, Prince Andrew got finagled. That same spy had meetings with David Cameron, Theresa May, and others in the Tory cabinet. Yeah. MI5 are saying to slap China on a I don't know, caution list or something like that. But China and Russia ain't playing with their cyber attacks, infiltration and spy moves and this, that and the other. You hear me, cuz? Yeah, them now ram. You hear me? Them say, Mishi, ma. Tell me what she want. She said, me, what she want. You hear me? Yo, mad. I lied. That is why for that, cuz. Why? Yeah, so. And also, I think it was Nigel Farage or Richard Tyson, one of them, got a court document where they've got, what's it called, parliamentary privilege, where they're allowed to say stuff without any backlash, say getting arrested or whatever. So they named the spy in yesterday. I'm surprised that the reform gangsters didn't jump on and be spazzing out about that. I'm surprised you reform fucking retards, yeah, instead of reform, yeah. I'm surprised none of you didn't go mad and we're spazzing out about that. The Chinese are taking over. It's part of the great replacement. Yo. Yeah, man. It's mad still, cuz. I'm surprised still. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this espionage thing's real. Yeah. Buying influence and so and so is real. And obviously, the amount that they have to spend in American politics to draw influence from this one, that one, and the other one, they don't have to spend that much money in the UK. This on the, you know what I'm saying, on the same level to gain influence. You know what I mean? Yeah, to gain influence within the UK politics or political circles. That's basically what Elon Musk is doing, right? Finding as much parties that are more favourable to big tax breaks and loose laws. You hear me, guys? So I saw them do it, man. But yeah, so you know what? Yeah, I don't know what the actual fallout from the Chinese spy thing is right yet. So I haven't got much to say on what it actually meant or what it means, what the task he might have been trying to achieve or what it was. It does seem like it's a more of a political and powerful influence. People are trying to, with powerful people move. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can open and close red lines and so on. So I think one of the ministers was saying that there's like a Chinese university or something in the UK, maybe near Oxford or something like that, that's got some extended, that's got some planning permission to build some housing or something like that, and obviously the benefits will be going to the CCP, so the ministers are against it. The Conservatives signed it off and Labour's trying to block it. The man said he's going to look into that still, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, Perfumo. Yeah. I'm not saying it's not new. I'm saying that the reasoning behind the spy attacks or the attacks hasn't been made so clear yet. Also, what's going to be strange, yeah, if it comes out that governments, states and agencies that are not favourable to the UK and others have been interfering in politics, funding or promoting dissenting voices that are there to cause more disruption than harmony or growth, job creation, innovation and all that sort of shit there. That's going to come out in the future. Yeah, well, some of you are going to be dead by then, innit? Because enough of you man are codgers, innit? Yeah, but, you know, so, some of us might still be there, you get me? Still be dead there. But the cyber war. Oh, you know what was mad? You remember previously, early 2000s, late 90s, people was talking about cyber war and cyber attacks and all that sort of stuff there, and it sounded like Star Trekky. Yeah, it sounded Star Trekky because it's like internet was brand new. Not everyone didn't have internet on their phone like that. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people had internet. If you had internet in your house, both of your parents were working at least. You know, the early days. Yeah, man. Yeah, sir. But now, to think about any of these cyber attacks and so on, so wouldn't be so far-fetched. I like Gain was talking about that Perfumo affair or whatever. That would be more sort of something that was expected, innit? Send a spy over to try to finesse a politician or something, get information and blah, 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 blah. You know, so it's mad that, yeah, well, it must be a working tactic, right? Because how many different spies keep getting found out in different countries or keep getting suspected or ousted or accused? I mean, like, around countries that are above the equator. Quite a few. Quite a few. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. Shout out the North London man, them though, innit? He's from Green Lanes. He's from Green Lanes. I'll be on your block in about 45 minutes. You hear me, cats? Yeah, the spy thing is real, man. How you mean? Yeah? That's your block, yeah? Oh, would you live near the high street? Finchley High Street there, KFC and that. Huh? My crews, my dogs. Okay. Imagine grannies in their golden years, spending the remainder of their lives, their limited time on this earth, beefing on YouTube. I don't know. I think the GDO have at least got like, I don't know, another 20 years or so. Before them want to out the game. You know? Yeah, man. Hey, one thing. Bless you. Emotional damage. Mad. Sorry, man. We get a little bit of a cold around this time, man. Sorry, man. I had to have some more agua. Got a little agua con gas. Agua mineral. Agua con gas. See me in my big okay. Them never expect nothing big and spooky. Yeah, man, so. Whee! Sorry, man, I did have a sip of my drink here. Sorry for coughing up the place over the mic and that, my bad. Let me clear my throat. Are you back? Yeah, man, so. Let's move on to the second story anyway. Yeah. So none of the retard fans knew about this Prince Andrew spy situation. Oh, they probably did know about it, yeah, but they didn't know what it even meant in it, yeah, so it wasn't even worth bringing up, you know? So, yeah, man, don't worry, man, you don't have to go through that. Yeah, Valley already did that, so you won't have to do that. Yeah, come on, man. I've been born in the council states, roaches and rats. These niggas at the back, selling their mama's sofa. Mad. That's real talk as well, you know. Nitties will sell their mum's yard. Yeah, your mum will go on holiday. Mumsy goes on holiday. Come back. Man sold the sofa at the yard and them thing, they're mad. Anyway, let's get on to the China making a big dent within the EV market. Do Tesla need to be worried about the Chinese EV models that they're creating? We should have a quick look. The European cars need to be worried about the EV models that China are creating? Huh? Come on, 'cause you might see Velli in a German whip. Blacked out windows, leaning back. Might see Velli in a German whip. Come on. You see Velli in a German. It's the big body whip like Sherman. Mad. I am in. Yeah. Hey. Come on, man. Come on. You know when you see Velli in a German, it's a big body whip like Sherman. Mad. Alright, go on, man. Let it play.
Is going on with the UK, the European, the US car industry right now. It feels almost, you might say, like Carmageddon. And it's a lot of people are talking about things like Brexit, about political interventions, but actually there's something bigger going on. So I want to take you on a deep dive here through some of the data, and we'll start with the big picture, okay? This is showing you the biggest car producers, car exporters around the world, okay, in terms of how much they're sending out, exports. So you've got Japan, you've got Germany, you've got South Korea, the US in recent years. And the big shift we're seeing at the moment is down to the change in cars. So from internal combustion engine cars to electric cars. And look at the biggest beneficiary of that. Look at China. Just look at how it's leapfrogged everyone else in terms of the units of cars they're sending out around the world. What is going on there? Well, part of the story, kind of the big picture here is it is much cheaper right now to make electric cars in China. Okay, so this is showing you the cost of making a VW i3, okay, ID3. This is the car that's comparable to certain cars that you can find in China. And this is showing you the different component parts, so the battery, the chassis, and so on. And now let's compare that with a BYD Seal. So this is a not dissimilar car in China. 29% cheaper to make in China, the battery. But also look at the other parts as well. All of them cheaper in China. Okay, and the upshot of that is you're talking about cheaper cars. And why is it cheaper? Well, partly it's down to expertise. Partly it's down to other things as well. So, for instance, consider the fact that you have more state aid in China. So subsidies, visible and invisible. Certainly there are subsidies that go to UK and EU producers as well. But the Chinese subsidies, and this is across the sector, it's not looking at a specific company, across the sector are significantly higher, up to 9 times more state aid than you find in the OECD, which is the developed world. So you've got state aid, the government helping out. You've also got tariffs in China as well, by the way. You've got power costs that are much higher here in Europe than they are elsewhere around the world. In fact, look, of all of the countries, the industrial power costs are highest in the UK. And if you're thinking about where you're going to put your factory, that really matters because, you know, it's a big component part of your costs if you're making a car. So you've got power costs higher as well. Whereas in China, usually a lot of the power comes from coal and that's a lot cheaper. Now, there's also something else going on here, which is about the kind of change in industrial architecture we're talking about here. Typically, historically, and this is showing you just the component parts of a car, and this is a combustion engine car, and how much of the costs they comprise. The engine has typically been the hardest thing to build. It's really hard building engines, really, really hard. Actually, China's really struggled to build engines historically because you've got lots of component parts, a lot of work, a lot of skill goes into that 21%. And actually, that's the biggest part by far. However, now look with batteries. It changes the complete ratio here. The battery becomes by far and away the biggest cost, 39%, even more. And making a battery is a very different skill to making an engine. You can't just take these jobs and shift them across there. And that's a real conundrum for people making cars in Europe and indeed in the US. And it's part of the explanation for why right now China is dominant when it comes to making electric cars. 65% of the global market is Chinese. But what's interesting is when you look beneath that, look into the supply chain, look at how many people are making batteries. It's 82% of the market for batteries is China. Look deeper, look at the components that go inside the batteries. That's dominated even more by China. So the anodes, the cathodes, that's 87, 96% with the anode made in China. You see, it's Chinese dominance. So even if you're making a battery, you're still having to get your components from China, and it goes on. So the chemicals, largely made in China. Really the only area where you don't see the red bars, that's Chinese proportions, where you don't see the red bars as high, it's mining, because you can't control where the lithium and the cobalt is actually coming out of the ground. That's a geological issue. There's one other thing that's just worth focusing on, which is it partly about the chemistries? Is it partly about the types of batteries that Europeans chose? Now, a while ago, the EU, and to some extent parts of Asia outside of China, decided they were going to specialise in really high energy density batteries, the kind of thing that gives you really long range. And there's a particular type of chemistry here, nickel, manganese, cobalt. This is the high energy density stuff. China focused on low energy density batteries, a bit cheaper, a bit safer. And most people in Europe were like, well, why are you guys bothering? Because this stuff is where the money is. But look at what's happening now. Because China's got a lot better at making those batteries, you're seeing much more growth in that different chemistry. And the type of battery that the EU specialises in, it's basically plateauing. Look at that. And China's got the growth area. So you see, it's a whole range of different factors that have led to kind of where we are today with that leapfrogging chart. But where we are also is that governments are trying to do something about it. You've got the US, Canada imposing 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs. India as well, high tariffs. Turkey, the EU's just come in with tariffs as well. Really the only outlier here, apart from Japan, which mostly tends to buy Japanese, so you don't necessarily need as high tariffs, is the UK. Still, 0% on top of the normal tariff rate for Chinese EVs, making this about the most attractive country in the world to sell Chinese cars right now, especially given you've got that EV rule coming in 2035. Raising the question, what in the end will this spell for the UK car industry? I have to say, I like numbers. I'm not quite sure why.
Obviously, you know, yeah, how the shit goes, bro. It's not just like you start your shit and then tomorrow you take over. It's like gaining, steps and steps. And if they could subsidize a lot of their ingenuity, intuition, or innovations and all that sort of stuff, they're boy. Huh? Take our haircuts, man. Trust me. Hey, you know why I played that video though, right? Just to give you another reason why leaving the European Union was a bad-ass mistake. Yeah, man. So, mad. Yeah, the Chinese electric vehicle game is starting to kick off. Know what I mean? Alright. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, and you know, from time I've been saying, yeah, that the powers that be, or the government, the people that's in charge, House of Lords and House of Parliament and so on, they done been shook of rich people, cuz. Like, I mean, not like rich what we would class as rich, like someone which is better though locally or whatever. I mean like actual real rich people, innit? Yeah, the people that they're scared to slap any taxes on. The people that they're scared to upset so they don't make, they don't say things to them. Them man there. Yeah. Nah, but you man keep saying, Keir Starmer, but the Conservatives done the same shit. If anything, they was even worse. Brown nosers. They was brown nosing even worse, cuz. Yeah, furthermore, yeah, they was telling us that they're giving us medicine for our own good, yeah, but they was just giving you fucking lumps of shit in fucking sugar. Yeah, they was just giving you big lumps of shit and sugar, you know, and telling you this is the medicine, while slapping out bare bread to the rich dons. So, strange, man. That's why anytime I hear anyone talking sense about this 14 years of getting beat up. Imagine you're in an abusive relationship for 14 years and the bread is kicking the shit out of you for 14 years. You go to this dude who's treating you nice and now you want to start complaining. What? Are you alright, bro? This brother was beating the shit out of you 2 seconds ago and now you want to tell man that's trying to be nice to you in your restaurant and shit about all the issues you got back. Yo. Hey, Mayo. Allow it, fam. Yeah. Allow that, cuz. Hey, listen, yeah? Why it's a benefit for, say, the government to start subsidizing or investing in innovation, yeah? Because as such a small place with such a big economy, it takes a lot more for this economy to compete with others than it does with someone with a larger place and a growing economy. So there is actually a brain drain that happens in the UK. Yeah? A lot of the people that are top skilled at what they do actually leave and go to other countries to fulfill those roles for more bread. Because obviously cash rules, right? So these men don't talk about that though. Yeah? These we want our country back dons. They don't talk about the brain drain of people that's leaving. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Oi. Alright. So let me stop this video real quick. Not that long.
People. It's a relevant question because I think they are. I think the evidence that they are is overwhelming. They run frightened of them whenever they come into conflict with people with financial power. We can see that in one sense very clearly in the last week. Farmers were allowed to completely block roads in Whitehall without the police arresting anyone. If Just Stop Oil had done that, the number of arrests would have been significant. And the same law applies to both groups. Were the farmers noisy? Yes, they were. Did they disrupt traffic? Yes, they did. Did they prevent ambulances getting to a hospital? I think they most certainly did, because the route down Whitehall is on the way to St Thomas's Hospital, which is one of the major teaching hospitals with one of the biggest accident and emergency units in London. I know the area well. So undoubtedly they did all the things that the wealthy have claimed that oil protesters have done to them, and they got away with it completely and utterly, as if they had the complete right to block Whitehall with impunity. Why did they have that right? Simply because the politicians were too frightened to take them on. Too frightened to take them on, to say that actually this is a bunch of very wealthy people who are demanding the right to not pay tax, when there are people in the UK who need support, which the farmers don't. But the point I'm making is broader than about farmers protesting. The government is running frightened of the City of London. Rachel Reeves went to Brussels to say in the last week that Brussels should open the doors for the City of London again because they need the city, apparently. There is no evidence that the rules blocking access to the City of London from Europe have done the European Union any harm since they came into place, post-Brexit, of course. But Rachel Reeves wants a special favour for this particular very wealthy group in British society. Why? Because she is desperate to keep in with them because of their wealth. And why is that? Why has she called the City of London the jewel in the crown of the British economy, when actually working out what value it adds to our society is exceptionally difficult? Because, frankly, it doesn't really add a great deal of value to the British economy at all, which is what I suspect the European Union has now realised. Why does she do that? It's because they have got money. They have got access to the media. They have got access to PR machines. They can criticise Labour. They can create the noise that makes it obvious that Labour is not doing very well, as clearly it isn't. And Labour is vulnerable to them, as are all neoliberal political parties, whether they are Tory, Labour, Liberal Democrat, or, I will be candid, the SNP, because they have no alternative story to tell. I keep coming back to this point. Unless you've got your own strategy and your own policy that makes it clear that you are biased in favour of another group in society for good moral reasons, such as children in poverty, or pensioners living in fear of winter cold, or those people who do not have access to housing, and we have seen this week that the number of homeless people in the UK has now reached 360,000, then if you do not have that story in favour of those groups who need help, you're vulnerable to the wealthy, because they will claim that they're the people who pay for all of government, and therefore, if they don't get what they want, they will withdraw their cooperation and your government will fail. And you haven't got a counter-narrative to explain why you need those people to make payment to you, come what may, because others acquire the funds that the market has given to them as inappropriate reward for the activity that they have undertaken. This narrative is missing from British politics. It's also missing, by the way, from US politics, and it's missing from politics across a lot of Europe, because this fear of the wealthy is commonplace. 40 or more years of neoliberal politics, which has said that finance is the most important part of any economy, has led to the point where those with wealth call the tunes. And the cost has been to those without wealth. And in our society, there are millions, well over half our population, who have no significant wealth at all, who have no savings sufficient to cover an unexpected bill, who have nothing to fall back on in the event of a rainy day. Those are the people that a government should be serving. It is their narrative that Labour should be promoting. It is in the interest of those people that it should be standing up to wealth and saying, you must pay because we need a fairer society. And if we had a fairer society, you would benefit from the increased activity that would result inside our economy as a consequence of those people having money to spend. But Labour doesn't understand that narrative, and instead they run.
Saying that on the block for a little while, right? Well, I've been saying that at least that. Wouldn't it be more beneficial to the country or to any economy if the majority, only the people that have to claim benefits or whatever, and these people that are actually of working age and can do any sort of physical work, to make sure that certain people have different roles that they can fulfill, more beneficial to obviously be less on the government spending, more tax receipts. Be fruitful to the people as well. I know a dude, yeah, a disabled dude. I ain't seen him for ages still. Yeah. He used to work at Greenwich Hospital. Greenwich Hospital closed down. since Greenwich Hospital closed down. That disabled dude that used to work at turned into an alky, man. But he lost his purpose. So like, but everyone else was like, it's just like a simple move or whatever. But the move from the hospital being across the road from where he lives in Greenwich, for him to be able to walk over, he's got like cerebral palsy in it, can't really like properly and all that sort of stuff there. So it's a bit of a struggle for him to walk from his house to the hospital. Because it moved from there to Woolwich. Now Greenwich Hospital is now in Woolwich now, Queen Elizabeth. Like by Woolwich Common and all that. So, you know, true that happened to my man. He can carry on that same job in what's it called, in Woolwich. He fell off, man. He used to give out, you know, like trolleys for the old people, or for someone that's got a leg in a cast or plaster or something at the A&E, like the greeting people. Used to do stuff like that still. So, to you that's able and being able to do more work than, say, a disabled person with like severe disabilities, that job's not nothing, innit? But to him, that gave him like purpose, innit? So, the people that probably convinced him to start drinking and that wouldn't have been able to convince him to start drinking. Because he would have had work the next day. You can't go and work drunk. He's got to be in bed and up at a certain time. Make sure he has his dinner and so and so, so and so. So, yeah. It's mad still. I don't know, but it seems like, how comes the people that claim to be like patriotic, they never speak about improving the lives of the poor people in the society or whatever? How comes that talk's never the main table or the main discussion at the thing book? It's always about getting these sets of people out, get these ones out, get that ones out, get them ones up, get them ones down. You get it? That's mad still. Like, I actually don't get that still. Even when the man them are talking about we won our country back, so and so, so and so, it's never on a thing of the poor people were so and so, or you know what I mean? It's mainly because the demographics of the faces that look like them may have changed on the high street. It's not because man them can't get jobs or man them been having to pay extortionate rent on the private market, or there's not enough flipping government housing or so and so. It's because these men have taken it. These men are so and so. So it's weird. It's strange. But still, let me run the rest, man. We got a little bit left still. Let it play.
Away from it, and the consequence is all too obvious. The wealthy will get wealthier, which is exactly what they want because they're terrified of losing their wealth, and those who are in need will become needier because Labour is doing very little for them. And that's what's wrong with our politics. Thanks for watching this video. If you
Yeah. So what's going on though, man? What are you saying? Oh yeah, big up, Liggy, man. What's going on? Still. Might be cooking back that still. Yeah, man. So yes, man. Still, it's politics thing. It's man. Still, trust me. Love it, hate it, involve yourself in it, disengage from it, whatever. Whatever decision you take here, there's a part of politics that's gonna play or have its say on how you or what you are able, how you are able to conduct yourself in certain scenarios and situations, isn't it? So, if you own a business, the government decides the business tax rates, so and so, national insurance, workers' rights, blah 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 blah, 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 all the different bits and pieces. You work for someone, same sort of things, right? How much tax you pay. So though the majority of people believe politicians are liars, they chat shit, they do. And they do lie. But it controls, or it's part of the most important aspects of the shit that you have to deal with on a daily basis, man. So, the more we, as even just the plebs, shall we say, disengage or don't pay attention to it, the harder or easier these people could be making our lives, our communities, our jobs, our free time, and this, that, and the others. You won't ever know how much you might be able to change, or you might be able to influence, or say, vote on this, petition against that, carry out this, that, and the other, or you know what? Back in the day, my friend, his daughter, way back in the day, his daughter, before she started speaking properly, everything with a H, she used to say with a P in front. Yeah. And I don't know how we found this out, yeah. But because she used to say stuff with a P instead of a H, yeah. Anytime we used to go anywhere, say we went to the shop or whatever, and you bought something, you would say to the guy, you know, that's the person at the counter, they always say hello to the little kids or whatever, yeah. And they say, hello, what's your name? And then the person would usually tell them their name, yeah. And then we would say, cool, say his name's Jim. Call Jim a horsey. Yeah. 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 And she would say, Jim's a horsey. But instead of using horsey, she would say, Jim's a horsey. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's funny still. But side joke still, but yeah, anyway, like we said, yeah. Politics actually, as much as people hate politicians, even the style of the way they do things, probably the way they talk and blah blah blah, 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 whatever parts of it is, plays an important role. So you have to pay attention to it. I didn't want to pay attention to it myself in it, but it's like, bro, everything you do is fucking covered by a law or a statute or a so and so, rah rah, ta ta, blah blah, blah blah, blah. You hear me? So. See, man, just got the parking space right in the spot. Yeah. I want them feel like. Why? Man, a bad boy from the corner, some more from Banya. Come on, a dangerous. Hey. I can't believe they got Toad singing that. That's funny still. Some Barrett and Levy and Shine talk, you know. That's funny still. I remember in the corner, some more from Banya. Come on, a dangerous. Yeah, man, big up the Green Laners. Yeah. But yeah, man. Oh shit, man. I've got a couple jobs in North London to do, and then going back down south. Quay down south, on the south side, is it? Belly. Definition of gammon. What's the definition of gammon? You tell me. I didn't know about none of this gammon talk until I heard. Like a politician like Jeremy Corbyn talk about the gammons. You called me a gammon. Some quaky old voice. It's Marlin. Mad. bacon now still. With an egg on top. A salty pork steak with an egg on top. Oh my days, you're going mad. Alright, man. So like I told you the other day, yeah. Someone sent me a video of Kaylee Saville and Jake Cox's wedding. Hey, that pussy old Jake is such a little cuckold and a dickhead. I swear down, cause you know what it is, yeah? I just had to block them in it because, you know, like, I'll actually punch Jake's head in it. Like, so before I actually go to his house and smash him up, like, I just block them, man, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, it's not serious. You hear me? You hear me? So, but anyway, yeah, so someone sent me a video from their wedding, and it was their last dance, and this is what they danced to, or their first dance.
The other night, I suddenly awoke to the spectral shape of this ghostly bloke. He was floating above me, just there in midair. He had a shell suit on and a mop of blonde hair. He said,
"Cunt, it's the Jimmy. I've returned from the grave to attempt with your help my reputation to save."
He said,
now then, can you write me a song to explain what happened with those girls and my dong?"
I said, "I'm not sure, I'd have to hear that explanation in case people think I'm a pedo by association." And this is what he told me. It was sexy kids, made Jimmy Savile do what he did. The kids weren't consenting, his shell suit bottoms were tenting with his feelings for the sexy kids.
Now then, how's about that then?
So Jimmy's ghost continued to maintain he'd done nothing wrong, and tried to explain he had a cigar on his lips, and by that I don't mean that he was desperate to use the latrine. He said,
"All my good work will now be forgot because of my penchant for underage pot."
He said,
"Surely those marathons and charity races offset my spunking on teenagers' faces."
I said I'd write the song to get rid of his ghost, and he told me one more time what bothered him most. It was sexy kids, made Jimmy Savile do what he did. They fixed it for him to stick little Jim in the private suits of sexy kids. Sexy kids, made Jimmy Savile do what he did. He got them in his rolls and penetrated their holes, then gave charity a load of quids. Jimmy Savile and the sexy kids.
Marvellous, marvellous as don't tell your mother.